evening, everyone. It's your boy Carolina David coming back at you again with another video. I have two videos that I've seen today, and I would like to show you these videos because they actually touch on what I was talking about a few days ago. And as it's playing, I'm gonna give my commentary as it go along. All right. This is the first one I want to show you.
Yes, I'm trying to get an ignition lock.
Oh, Mac, the motherfucker keep playing. Stop playing. I'm a bitch while I talk. I swear to God, I switch cheese this bitch, bro.
Go ahead.
Cause you want to stop motherfuckers from getting money. Fuck up out of here. This bitch ain't moving nowhere. Since you want to put a motherfucker in my belly, you standing. And the next time this bitch move, I'm throwing.
You on
Like right here, the guy evidently is the girl got something that the guy won't, but she's not giving it to him, and he's upset. And it's evidently it's probably something dealing with drugs. That's what it sounded like to me. Cause he said he's trying to stop me from making money.
borderline?
So what?
And they know my location.
So what?
Go ahead, bro.
Bro, stop playing me. Why you trying to somebody know a location so you can call the police, bro?
I got on stop, bro. I'm on
Okay,
the phone.
so what you doing?
Yes, I need an ignition lock. Let me go, bro. No, let me go. You holding me hostage in my car. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go, Cardell.
I'm trying not to do this, bro.
Bro, let me go.
Dead grandma, I'm gonna pop you, bro.
Let me go. You're doing too much.
I'm finna do it. I ain't did nothing. You just stopped everything I got going on, bitch. But you just went to work and did everything you needed to do.
Let me go.
Oh.
See, all this ain't in cause for you.
It wasn't calls from you. Just came here doing that bitch ass shit.
Yeah, and you choking me.
I ain't choking you. Ain't shit on you. I ain't doing shit to you. You gonna stay right here while you doing what you gotta do on the side of my people. Fuck you mean? You gonna bring your dumb ass out here in no shoes though?
Can I get a ignition lock?
Lock it. Fuck you mean? This car move, I'm throwing in this bitch.
This man is he's pissed off. Like he talking about throwing in his mug, and I mean it's just not cause for whatever she got. Why don't she just give it back to him? I mean, if it's drugs for one, I mean the man shouldn't be selling no drugs anyway. I mean, just go get a real job, man. Like I know people say, well, you know, we from the hood, they don't try to give us jobs and whatever like that. You can go create your own job. You know, you can create a little hustle, man, like cutting grass, fixing on cars. I mean, something, man. He got his hand in his pants. Like, he don't have pockets, but he got his hands in his pants. So, the man got a gun, probably.
If anything bad happened to me, the man right here did it.
Now, this is something right here. Instead of you recording while they're out the car, like, and you see how this man is escalated, how he's, I mean, dang, they were choking her and everything. Why don't you get off your phone and stop recording and just call the police? Like, he's outside the car. You can call the police and tell the police where you at, what's going on, and everything. And the cops can be on their way. This is crazy to me. Like, I mean, it's like you want that attention. I mean, like, hell, the woman got almost 1 million views. So you want that attention instead of calling the police for your safety. This man got a fully automatic weapon right now. And he looked like he's not really professional with it. He's keeping her from going inside the house. Yeah, he's not really professional with the gun.
Move.
Now you're crying instead of calling the police.
No! No!
The friend back there in the background, she all cool, like not bothered at all. Like you could tell she used to this. She liked that.
You bogus. You bogus. Bogus, man. You bogus, bro. You bogus. No, you bogus, bro. You doing this? I gotta stay here. Why is you doing this? Why is you doing this? Why is you doing this, bro? Look at my hand right there, bro. Bro, you ain't got shit else to do, bro. You foul. You foul, bro. Kyle, you foul, shorty. You foul. You foul. You foul.
If you hear the man in the background, he said, "You got all my stuff up there too. Just give him my stuff." The woman ain't trying to give him his stuff, and she telling him, "Look at my daddy right there. You staying with your parents. Like you bringing all of this drama to your parents' house."
Shorty, you foul, bro. You just shot at me 3 times. 3rd time, shorty.
She just said you shot at me 3 times, but yet you still with this man and around this man, and you're not giving him his possession that he want. This is crazy.
You just shot at me 3 times. You shot at me 3 times, shorty. 3 times, shorty.
You could tell the dude is escalating in the background. Somebody said that pussy got to be good. He blowing that something.
Bro, I don't care, bro. Go ahead, shorty. Do it.
She said she
What's
don't
wrong?
care. Do it.
You started doing bullshit, though. Why?
He done pulled the gun out again.
I'm calling All-Star. I'm finna get my shit. You want him?
We don't get his stuff, bro. Listen.
Niggas my house. Help!
Let the car go. Move. 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 Get my shit.
Help! Send 911.
Now you want to send 911 when you could have been called the police. Your friend could have been called the police. And she want to kick her little. You want to kick her leg out.
Get my
You did
shit.
too much. Stop.
Get my shit.
Go. Go.
Get the fuck up out of here.
Go. Stop.
Get the fuck out of the way. Fuck out my way.
You just shot at me,
Get my
Kyle.
shit.
Shut up. You just shot at me,
Get my
shorty.
shit. All I ask.
You just shot at me, shorty.
All
You
I
just shot
ask.
at me, shorty.
Stop.
You just shot at me.
You want to pop me for real?
Shot at me, and you doing all this. You out here, you don't love me, bro.
You don't love me, bro. Wow. For one, I don't understand why like these females choose to be with that type of dude when you know that dude is about that drug life, that gang life, or whatever. Like it's sad that young man. It's sad that he even lived that life. I mean, it's like they glorify this gang life, this drug life, and even the young kids now, man, they look up to these guys, and they feel like that's the only way that they can make. That's the only means that they can make a month, like make some type of revenue, some type of income, which is not when you can go out here and get an actual job and do something. And the girl, she talking about you don't love me, bro. Like, why? What? Like, come on, man. That's ridiculous, man. You willing to put yourself and your family through this type of crap just so you can have a man, like, or and I don't know if he giving her things or whatever, but I mean, you don't have to put yourself in that type of situation. It's sad that we, as a collective of people, like we majorly go through this type of stuff. Like our women typically be with that type of dude who's in the streets, who's banging gangs, slanging drugs, whatever like that. While the young men, they don't have a father, they don't have no type of guidance growing up, to even learn how to go out here and do something productive to make their money. So they be raised by the streets in a way because their mothers is I mean, they working or doing whatever they doing, so the parents are really not there like that to even watch the kids from the streets, like protect them from the streets. Like I mean, and the father's not there because they don't want us to be there. They don't want the father to be there. They just want that child support or whatever. And this other video is actually in school. It's taking place in school, and I'm gonna just play it for y'all. Let y'all see. Wow. The young man is being disrespectful to the woman. That's his elder. And she told him, don't play with her. Play with your mama. Like, go sit down. He didn't go sit down. He disobeyed a direct order from his elder, his teacher. And then, as she's walking away, he grabs her hairpiece and take it off. That's another thing, women. Like, be content with your natural hair. Your natural hair is beautiful. Just when he took that hair off her head, the first thing she did was grab her head. Like, because now she's embarrassed because her natural hair is showing. And listen at the class. Everybody in the class is going berserk right now. They just, oh my God, ooh. And the dude dancing, he's doing what he doing. It's sad to say. I hope that young man changes his life around, but I really don't think that young man really gonna make it too far. Like he's being disruptive in class and acting out. Like you could tell that he probably don't have no father at home because there's no child is gonna sit here and act that way if they had a father at their house that was really there and disciplined them and made sure that they stay on the right path. You're not gonna do that because once you get home, daddy gonna get in you. He gonna tell you what's up. Look at the boys. The other boy that's standing up with him, dapping him up. Oh, ain't nobody telling this young man that he's wrong. This whole class, there ain't nobody saying like, yo man, you wrong. The one sitting up there in the green, he just mind his business. Like, you know what? I'm not in it. Like you could tell that he is in a household that's got structure. Everybody else is acting crazy. They cussing in front of the teacher and everything. Like the woman, she mad throwing a desk because he done embarrassed her, took her hairpiece off. See, this right here is the things that I'm talking about, man. Like when you don't have a father in your life, like, and most of these kids evidently don't have that type of structure because like that girl, she cussed in front of the teacher, like just came out OS. Like, I mean, that's their elder and they being disrespectful to their elder. Like, I mean, this is our future. Like these children are our future, man. And right now, just like how the Bible said, he said in Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12, he said, as for my children, As for my people, children are their oppressor, and women are the ruler over them. Like if you look at the way we in the black community, how it's basically set up in a way, you got the woman, and then you got the child, while the man is on child support and nowhere around. So now the man is being oppressed by the child for child support because guess what? If he don't pay, he go to prison. You know, now he got a record. Uh, he just basically for 18 years is basically like he's in prison in a sense. Like he's bound by this woman and because of the child. This is the problem. We need to get back in order, man. Like fathers need I'm basically pro fathers' rights and pro children's rights because I about bet my bottom dollar that a lot of those kids, as they were growing up, if their father was anywhere in their life, I bet you they probably said they want to go stay with their daddy. But just because the mama felt some type of way and she was receiving some type of assistance or whatever like that, she told the child no. Now, this is what I don't get. How is it that the child don't have the opportunity and the right to say, I want to stay with my dad and he can't go, but yet you got children today who 4 or 5 years old, and if they feel like they're a girl, they can go and get the surgery done to be transgender. You mean to tell me that they don't have the right mindset to be able to know where they want to stay, but they have the right mindset to be able to say, I want to be a boy or a girl? This is crazy. Like these kids, man, they need some type of guidance. Like I hope and pray that this young man do meet someone like me or somebody that will talk to this young man and try to get him on the right path, because right now he's just acting out because he's getting the attention. He's getting the, like, I'm the cool one of the school. Like, his grades might not be all that good. And this is what we do because that's what we yearn for, attention. So everything we do in school, we do it for the attention because evidently we're not getting attention at home. We got to get it right, man. Like I personally feel like when it come down to government assistance, I think that child support need to be shut down unless you were married to the person. I feel like you can stay with the my body, my choice thing for the women. But if you make that choice to bring forth a child into this world, if that man told you right then, I'm not ready for a child, or that like he's basically letting you know it's not mine, he basically saying he don't want it, then you should have the responsibility to raise that child on your own because you chose to bring it in. You need to take care of it instead of making the government take care of your child. Like, and the man, he's forced to pay child support, whatever. He might pay that child support and still he's not gonna be there, so that child's still not gonna be receiving any type of structure, any type of discipline, because he's not there. And it's crazy how even the government basically say, like, the government basically look at it like, if long as you're paying your child support, you're doing your job. That's not your job. A child needs more than you just paying child support. What a child needs is you being there. Because heck, even with my own child, he can get basically anything he wants from his aunt and whatever. But instead of going with them, he chose to stay with me because he gets the attention. He gets the attention from me and my wife. We talk with him. We speak with him. If something go on in the school, we show something on television. We talk to him and let him know what's going on. Like the Bible tells us, it said, train up your child in the way they should go. When they get older, they will not depart from it. And this right here is what our children need. This right here is what our community needs. Because you got so many of us now who lacks self responsibility and self accountability. If they do something wrong, they're not gonna hold themselves accountable. Like, you know what, I messed up. That was me. They're not gonna say that. The first thing they're gonna do is pass the blame to somebody else. Man, the reason why I did it because I ain't got no job, man. The white man keeping me down. That's bullcrap. There's jobs out here right now. Even in trucking, they hiring now. I know. I think they hiring felons if I'm not mistaken. It depends on what type of felony you have. Like they trucking is booming right now. They looking for drivers. But instead of you going to trucking school and become something, you don't want to leave because why? Man, I ain't trying to leave the hood. I don't want to leave my mama. I don't want to leave my family. But that's what you're supposed to do. That's what, when you get a certain age, you're supposed to leave the nest and go create your own life. You can't live on your mama all your life, your daddy all your life. That's why I don't understand why so many people say my child is a blessing, because when I get older, they're going to take care of me. They got their own life to live. Sorry to say. If they choose to take care of you, if they choose to help you out, then that's their choice. But at the end of the day, they have their life to live. If you impose on your child, you wrong. Your child need to live their life. That's why you got so many young men right now, and like you got so many black young men right now who act more like a woman than a man, because that's all they see. They see the women's tendencies and how they act. Like, that's the reason why, if you think about it, a lot of these women in our community, they don't hold themselves accountable for things because they seen it from their mom, and their mom seen it from their mom. It's just basically a trickling effect. It just, like the Bible says, from generation to generation, it's a generational curse. History ain't doing nothing but repeating itself. But you can break that cycle. You can break that cycle if you do, like I said in the last video, when God said, "Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by renewing your mind." You got to be able to see the truth. You got to be able to see what's going on right now. You guys, I even talk to young brothers, man, like brothers and sisters, man, and they even agree and say, you know what, we wrong, you know. But if they get around another certain group of people, they're gonna basically cast that off because they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to their party, their peers to thinking them a certain way. I done had people tell me that I was racist because I'm just sitting here speaking the truth. Like, right now, if I come upon a white man and if I say, "Hey, how you doing?" and he go berserk, like, "Don't talk to me, you nigger," or whatever like that, instead of me saying, you racist, whoa, and try to record and everything like that, because even if you're doing that, it's not going to make that man change his mind. If he feels that way right now, he feels that way. It ain't no way you can make him change his mind unless God himself or something happened to where he like, I was wrong. You know, this is wrong. I should do better than this. All we got to do is, like, we need to stop trying to impose ourselves on people, man. If they don't want to accept us, move on. And to be honest, these two videos I just showed you is part of the reasons why white people, Mexicans, even like people, Chinese or whatever like that, the reason why they look at us a certain way, because guess where I got this from? The internet, Facebook, Instagram. And everybody has internet, so they see these videos themselves. And then when they say, "Oh man, you know, y'all ghetto, you know, y'all killing each other, y'all hurting each other," and then we try to say, "Oh, y'all try to portray us to be that way. The media try to portray us to be that way." Where you think they getting the information from? They getting it from the same place that I just got these two videos from, the internet. Because we so busy trying to record to get views, to try to get some type of exposure, instead of just calling the police or trying to intervene somehow. Like, it's crazy that it's to the point now. I remember my mom told me when she was growing up how my uncle had, told her, like, she seen this man fighting this his girlfriend or wife or whatever, and my mom was gonna go over there and help, but my uncle told her, "Don't get in that. Mind your business." What if that woman would have got seriously hurt that day? What if she would have died that day? And my mom could have been the one to intervene by either calling the cops or going over there, "Hey man, hey, um, whatever she done, it's not worth it. It's not worth you hurting her." This is what we need to start doing. Like, we need to start protecting our community, ourselves. If we see right now, if we see somebody breaking in somebody's house, the first thing we're gonna do is like, "Oh shoot, somebody breaking in such and such house." We ain't gonna pick up that phone like, "Yes, I see a robbery in progress. I see somebody breaking it." We're not gonna pick up the phone and call the police. Why? "Oh, snitches get stitches." But now, snitches get stitches. But think about it like this: if we get that intruder out, we won't have to worry about the intruder later. If we see somebody kill somebody right now, if we see a murder take place, instead of not telling and we just go ahead and let the police know who did it, guess what's gonna happen? They're not gonna try to kill nobody like that in your presence or around your neighborhood. Why? Because they know you're gonna call the police. And I know this from experience because I used to live in in the hood, so to speak. And I remember when we wanted to fight, they wanted to fight or whatever, they'll tell you right then, "Hey, you better not fight in front of Miss So-and-so house because she'll call the police." It was 3 women in that neighborhood where they knew not to fight in front of. Matter of fact, that whole block, they didn't fight on that side. Did nothing go on that side. Why? Because of the 3 women, and they knew that they wouldn't call the cops. But on the other side, that's where everything popped off. We can make a change in our community, yo. Right now, we have young black men that are being pulled over by the police and arrested, dying at the hands of the police. I mean, that's another topic for another day because I feel I just got something I want to say about that. But if we police our own neighborhoods, we won't have to worry about the police policing us. If we police our own neighborhoods, we won't have to worry about the police policing us. If we start making a hustle, cutting grass, raking lawns, it's chucks, cleaning up the streets or something, going to somebody's house and taking their trash away. That's all jobs. That's business that you can create right there to make you a profit. I know a man right now who did that for years, and I might be over exaggerating, but he probably got about $1 million in the bank. Because how he's doing this every day. He take the scrap metals and stuff like that and go to the junkyard, and he get a check in a day, probably about like $2,000 or something, just for scrapping metal. That's a hustle that we can do. You got people right now that know how to cut hair. Heck, I'm one. I know how to cut hair. I could cut hair in the neighborhood for a lower price than the barbershops charge, and get you some type of portfolio or whatever like that, and then go to barber school. Cut hair. It's not hard. You got women that know how to do cosmetology. I mean, real good at braiding hair and everything. Go to cosmetology school. It's not hard. You can pay for that out of pocket. It's so many jobs that I can name right now. You fixing phones. People, you sell your phones. People drop their phones all the time. You can fix their phones for a bit, like for some type of profit. It's so many ways to make money instead of selling drugs. And you sell drugs, and so you can put some Jordans on your feet, get some nice watches, and swag out, what it called, drip out, or whatever. You don't need to do that. all of that attention that you bringing on yourself, because guess what? It's sad to say, but we hate to see the next man do well. So if somebody see you with all that drip that you got, the first thing they're gonna try to do is get you for your drip instead of them going to get it themselves. So at the end of the day, I'm putting this message out here because we need to make a change in our community. And if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe.